Now, this is honestly going to be one of the realest videos that you ever watch, especially if you're going through a period of struggle in your life right now. And the reality is, everyone is going to experience a period of struggle at some point in their life, whether it's a financial, physical, mental, or even a family crisis. There's always going to be a point in your life where you feel like all of the odds are stacked against you, where you feel like nothing is going your way. And I'm not gonna lie, at those points in our life, it could be very discouraging, bro. There could be the lowest points where you just feel sad, lost, confused, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to come out of the situation. And that has to be probably the worst feeling in the entire world. We all go through it, but only a few people are able to overcome it. Now, the only difference between those who experience the struggle and end up being defeated versus the people who go through that struggle and end up making it to the other side is the relationship that they have with that process. Now, the one thing that I shifted my mind to believing is that every struggle that we experience is really a battle. Now, if you're the type of person who experiences these tough times and immediately you give up, you yield, and then you just allow that to conquer you, you're going to be stuck in that position for the rest of your life, and you're going to be genuinely sad forever. But if you shift your paradigm and you realize that every struggle in your life is literally just the path to becoming the best version of yourself, then everything changes. Because the change is on the other side of the challenge. And I realized that once I started to look back in my life and notice that before every major breakthrough I've ever experienced, I've always experienced a brief period of just tough times. And I never understood why. I didn't get it until I realized that life literally works in cycles. We have the ups and we have the downs. That has to be the yin yang. It has to be the good. That is literally what keeps this world balanced. I don't understand why life plays these funny games, but I really started to believe that it's the only way that we begin to develop as a person. It's like a test to see how bad do you really want what you say you want. I started to realize that the struggle isn't trying to defeat me. It's trying to build me. I have to change as a person. I have to change my mentality. I have to change my routine in order to win. And once I started framing my mind in that way is when I started looking at every single time I went through a struggle as an opportunity to become a better person and actually level up in life. If you're the type of person who's going through a financial crisis right now, but you're not taking the necessary steps to make more money, or you're not building habits to make more money, or you're not building routines, or you're not learning a new skill, you're never going to make more money, and you're always going to experience that struggle. But once you change your mindset and realize that this struggle is literally a way to develop you into the person that you want to become, you start looking at it as a challenge. And like I said before, the challenge creates the change. So once you accept the challenge, you embrace the challenge, and you realize, you know what? I'm gonna stand up and do what I have to do in order to become successful in this period of my life. You no longer feel lost. You no longer yield to whatever is trying to defeat you, whatever bad forces or whatever negativity that is being thrown your way, whatever you feel like is against you at that current moment, that won't bother you anymore, bro. Because now you're gonna start thinking of it as, oh, a battle, a challenge. Okay, bet. You wanna challenge me? The big dog? And then once you overcome that first obstacle, once you overcome these little battles in your life, you're naturally going to start building confidence. You're naturally going to think of yourself as someone who can conquer anything that they put their mind to. So this is the beauty about it. Not only are you overcoming your current struggle, you're also setting yourself up to overcome future struggles. You're automatically setting yourself up to build positive momentum in your life that's going to open new doors. And it all stems from first changing the relationship that you have with struggle, the mentality that you have. I want you guys to understand that everything in life starts to change once you shift your paradigm. A paradigm is literally your beliefs, the things that you consider to be true in this world, the things that we're taught, how we spend our money, or the languages that we speak. This is a collective nature of what our paradigm actually is. But once you begin to shift your paradigm and start to program your own mind, I heard this quote that says, you're either programming yourself or being programmed. You're either brainwashing yourself or being brainwashed. And that is the absolute truth, bro. If you're not consciously filling your mind with the things that you choose to believe, then you're always going to be filled with the things that other people want you to believe. So every single time you're going through a period of struggle and everyone's saying to you, oh, it's okay, it's gonna pass. That's a paradigm that they're trying to force onto you, when I believe it is going to be okay. It is going to pass, but only if you're willing to take the necessary actions to make it change. That is the only way. And obviously in God's timing, everything works out. God has a plan for every single one of us. And I genuinely believe if you pray to God and ask for strength, he's going to give you tough times. If you pray to God and ask him to bless you with more discipline, he's going to give you opportunities to practice more discipline. If you ask God for patience, he is going to give you times where you have to practice patience. He is going to give you what you asked for in the way that you have to practice what you're asking for. The only way to develop a skill is to practice it. How are you going to be patient? God can't just zap you and be patient. I mean, he could, he could, but what good would that be? What good would that be if you didn't earn it yourself? So that's the number one thing that I realized in myself. I never am fearful. I never self-doubt. I never fall victim to any struggle that I experience, mainly because I have a confidence in myself and God that I will be able to overcome anything. And I feel like a lot of people who don't have that mindset end up falling victim to their circumstances, and they end up being stuck and stagnant in that current position for the rest of their life and feel depressed, feel sad, always so anxious, not knowing where to go, and they're ultimately lost in life. Now, I have an entire community where it's literally designed to help you guys shift your paradigm and create the best version of yourself. So if you watch this entire video, then clearly you're someone who's interested in improving yourself. You're someone who's interested in making more money, having a better mentality, shifting their paradigm, and creating a better life for themselves. I want you to click the link down below, DM me on Instagram, and I can send you a link to the VIP community where I give lessons like this all the time on how to properly shift your paradigm, get in better shape, boost your confidence, make more money, the entire personal development kit that you need to build the best life that you're proud of. So if that sounds like you, go ahead and shoot me a DM and stay tuned to the next video.